Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. Please enjoy this video on the Political Voices Network.
Okay, let's talk about New York for a minute. You tweeted, if New York judge holds Donald Trump in contempt, Trump will have violated a release condition in his other criminal cases, and he should be revoked on pretrial release and detained pending trial. I hadn't even thought of that. I mean, go ahead.
And I attached to that post the actual language from Donald Trump's arraignment hearing, his first court hearing in D.C., and the judge said, "Do you understand?" I don't know why there's stuff going on.
I know. Oh my God, fireworks are going off behind you because you're going to be in Philadelphia with us tomorrow night for the big Sexy Liberal Save the World tour. Wow.
I don't know what that was. I think if you do something, then everything goes off.
I feel like that's what your wife sees. I think your wife sees that all the time. That's all I'm saying.
Isn't that a lot of duds there? The fuse just burns down and it fizzles.
No, it does not.
So. In court, the judge said, "Mr. Trump, let me put you on notice of what the most important condition of your pretrial release is in this case. If you commit a state, federal, or local crime, you can be revoked and detained pending trial. Do you understand that?" The minute Judge Merchan, Steph, says, I find you in criminal contempt, and he's about to say that, that represents a violation of his pretrial release in all of his criminal cases, not just in D.C., The question, of course, becomes, will the rule of law rise up and be applied to Donald Trump? Of that, I'm not optimistic.
Yeah, well, that's what's depressing is having the Supreme Court basically, it's pretty obvious they're trying to say, no, this one guy can do whatever he wants. It was David Pecker's testimony. I just like saying David Pecker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's only this week I can say it as many times as I can. Was it as bad as I thought? Didn't he blow up that was the whole case, isn't it? That he did. Of course, he didn't do this. He never mentioned his family. We did this for the campaign. Bam, right?
Really bad. And Donald Pecker said so many things that are going to just hurt Donald Trump. And Donald Pecker, mind you, is kind of the appetizer, right? Because it's not the...
You got your Peckers mixed up. It's David Pecker and Donald.
Yeah, what did I say? Donald Pecker?
Yeah.
Well,
you can see why.
If the shoe fits or if something else fits.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, I had mushrooms going through my head, but go ahead. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So David Pecker said, look, I knew I was violating campaign finance laws when I was doing this.
Thank you.
And that's why David Pecker has a non-prosecution agreement, because he could be prosecuted as one of Donald Trump's co-conspirators. Think about this. Michael Cohen was involved in this conspiracy to violate campaign finance laws. He was convicted and imprisoned. David Pecker was in this conspiracy with Donald Trump. He was given a non-prosecution agreement, which is a shame. He should have been prosecuted. But still, it's an acknowledgement that they were in this conspiracy together. The only one left is Donald Trump. So it's time to hold him accountable.
Well, okay. The other thing is, does this disturb you as much as me? Speaking what you just said, Pecker says he told Cohen, we committed a campaign violation. Pecker says he was worried about that, but Cohen wasn't, quoting Cohen to say, Jeff Sessions is the attorney general and Donald Trump has him in his pocket. I mean, if we could be any more depressed about the rule of law right now, I mean, this one, among the shocking testimony in Trump's criminal trial today, came when former Inquirer publisher David Pecker revealed that FBI Director James Comey was in the room when Trump thanked Pecker for orchestrating their catch and kill deals. I mean, oh my God, Glenn, this implicates the entire Justice Department. Not to mention, why wasn't this hush money? Why didn't Merrick Garland pursue this? I get why Bill Barr didn't, because they're all corrupt hacks, who did whatever Trump wanted. But talk to us about that level of it, about Sessions, Comey, whatever.
Yeah, it's hard to comprehend just how widespread the corruption was, or the fealty to Donald Trump was, or some combination of those two things. Jeff Sessions, according to Cohen and Trump, he's in Trump's pocket. If there's any good news about the Sessions tenure, he's the one who recused himself and appointed a special counsel.
Yeah.
But so what did Donald Trump do in response? He got an even more corrupt Attorney General, Bill Barr, who really would do Donald Trump's bidding entirely. So, but
then even he wouldn't do it about January 6th, so he tries to do Jeff Clark. And it's just, this is what
Jeff Clark in.
Yeah.
So it's deflating. It's demoralizing that the corruption that Donald Trump managed to spread throughout government agencies just kind of went unchecked and unaddressed, and it metastasized. And now that the Supreme Court seems to want to give it all cover or excuse it, it's again, why I don't want everybody to feel so hopeless and helpless and demoralized and frustrated and despondent and angry. Or if you feel those things, let it energize you to get out and kick the living you-know-what out of these people at the polls, because we are the ones who are left to address this.
And by the way, we keep saying crime. He doesn't stop criming. Our friend Dean Obadala tweeted, classic witness tampering. Trump praises witness David Pecker on Fox News amid testimony about catch and kill schemes. He's been very nice. David's been very nice. He's a nice guy. This 100% violates the gag order. Trump is trying to influence a witness, obviously. And also, clearly, Pecker must know a lot more than Donald Trump.
He knows where more Trump bodies are buried. That's why Donald Trump refuses to criticize David Pecker after he said things like, Trump was doing this for advantage in the campaign, not to hide this stuff from Melania or his family. That's devastating testimony. And what does Donald Trump say? David Pecker's my man. Good man there. You know that Pecker probably has lots of other stuff that he could reveal about Donald Trump. And that's why Donald Trump is afraid to criticize somebody who really is an incriminating witness against him.
You tweeted, it's once again up to us to vote because our democracy depends on it. And then you tweeted a picture of you and Robert De Niro. And you said you told him about us and about Sexy Liberal and what you're doing this weekend. And so I said, just bring him. He's your +1 for New York, Sexy Liberal. Just bring him on the panel. Will he do it? He'll do it. You tweeted Robert De Niro is both an acting legend and a fierce democracy warrior, unafraid to step into the arena and fight for what's right, what's fair, what's just. He generously hosted our New York City Team Justice gathering in January. We got to spend time on set today watching him work his craft. Oh, my God. How cool is that, Glenn?
Wow. It was so cool. We've been on set with him a couple of times now, and then the magic that happens is unbelievable. I wish I could talk to you about what I saw, but they're like, don't tell anybody what's going on. But it's going to be, I think, a 6-part Netflix thing. Wow. And it's just, it's going to be killer. It's going to be killer.
Did you say you're good? You're good. Okay.
You're very good. You're very good.
Got a lot of enthusiasm for you. Okay. Glenn, we could not be more excited.
Yes.
Sexy Liberal Philadelphia tomorrow night with you and Lindy Lee and JoJo from Jurors. And so excited. In the seat of, what could remain our democracy if we do something about it.
Sure.
Hey, we got the Liberty Bell. I'm going to rub the Liberty Bell figuratively, and we're going to get it on in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
You can rub my Liberty Bell anytime. Love you, Glenn.
Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. I hope you'll join me on my new audio podcast, Justice Matters. I'll be using my 30 years as a federal prosecutor and Army JAG to unpack, break down, and explain the legal issues of the day, particularly where the legal intersects with the political. Please look for Justice Matters with Glenn Kirshner wherever you generally get your podcasts.